Well, it
Pretty
seems like in
wild.
the entertainment industry, people could just fail upwards. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Just keep
that's
making
true.
this shit, just keep getting another job, another job, another job. And that even goes for people involved with the Marvels. Now, I don't know about you, Jay, but if I was at a job and I was very intricately involved in one of the biggest failures we've ever seen, one of the biggest disasters in history, take the Marvels, for instance. The worst box office in the history of the Marvel Cinematic Universe will lose more money than anything they've ever done. At the end of the day, it might be one of the biggest losses Disney's ever had on a movie. You would think that almost anyone involved with that would be like, oh, I don't want to bring them on my project. Well, it's not how it works in Hollywood because this is what we found out yesterday. Megan McDonnell will write for Phoebe Waller-Bridge's live-action Tomb Raider series at Amazon. Her work includes WandaVision, Agatha Darkhold Diaries, and The Marvels. That's right. She was basically the lead writer on The Marvels. As if there was any hope for this thing in the beginning. I mean, like Phoebe Waller-Bridge's Tomb Raider series. This is the same person who is an activist droid, L337 in Solo, a Star Wars story. This is the same person who was brought in to make James Bond okay for the Me Too era. This is the same person that we saw take over, the role for Indiana Jones and embarrass him throughout the entire fucking movie. So I don't know if there was really ever any hope for Phoebe Waller-Bridge's Tomb Raider,
Yeah.
but the idea that you're going to bring in a person who is involved in one of the worst products we've ever seen in Marvel and just, hey, right over, go take this other female led property and go ahead and destroy it, take part in destroying it as well. This is Hollywood.
Let me ask you a question. Just curious on your thoughts. Do you think because WandaVision didn't do terrible, so do you think that because it was doing probably Joe average, did you think she like signed these contracts early on?
I
Or this was just and they just announced it, or is this a recent, like her resume looks good? Do people not even look at numbers anymore? Do they just look at resume like, wow, a movie, Disney Plus series? Okay, let's bring them on. Like, this person must know what they're doing.
That's a question I have too, because WandaVision, I don't think like that was the first thing we saw. It was weird because of
Yeah.
the mind fuckery that was going on with it. At the end of the day, I don't think it was very good. I think it ended really bad. Typical for some of these Disney Plus series. So like maybe you're asking, oh, are they going to do this? Are they going to do that? And then it ends up being hugely disappointing. And I think that's what WandaVision was. Agatha has been through like 5 different name changes and a bunch of production issues. So who knows what the fuck's up with that? And then the Marvels. I feel like she has had this job for a while, but I don't know how much work she's done on it because of the writer's strike and everything like that.
Right.
So who knows? It's a good question. But yeah, I just think that remember the person who wrote Birds of Prey, Christina Hodson, immediately got like a bunch of other jobs, even on DC movies. It's
Yeah.
like, how do you make these decisions? When something fails so spectacularly, shouldn't you evaluate maybe what went wrong? And if people had criticisms of the stories or the character development that happened within those stories, maybe you shouldn't have this writer do something else for you. I don't
That's
know.
what I'm thinking. It's like I just wonder if they just look at the pit, like if these people just look at the pitch and don't look at the numbers. They're like, hey, we're gonna do a Tomb Raider. Who do you got? Oh, well, this person that we're looking at, they've written for a Disney Plus series and the new Marvel film that just came out from the Marvel Studios. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, all right, sign her up. And they don't look at like, well, how did they do and what was the perception of the writing and stuff like. They don't like take a deep dive. They just hire him on that aspect because like we look at some of these people, you're like, how do they keep getting work? I don't understand it. Like you brought up Rachel Zegler. Rachel Zegler, every project that she's been a part of, it just doesn't do well.